Hi there, this is Jo Baird of Jo's Crafty Hook, and in today's video tutorial I am going to show you how to make the triad stitch. Now triad means a multiple of 3, so as you can see here, you're actually going to use 3 stitches to make these nice triangle stitches here. Now this stitch is good for to give you a nice lacy stitch, or if you make a cowl or a hat or a headband, it gives you some holes where you have breathing room. But triad is like also like, you know, a triangle, multiple of 3. So I am going to demonstrate here how to do a left-handed triad stitch. So let's go ahead and get started on making our triad stitch. Okay, we are going to go ahead and get started on our triad stitch. I'm using a J hook here and just any worsted weight yarn. The J hook gives you the nice tall stitches here of the triad stitch. That way, you know, it gives you a nice cushion and it's thick. So we are going to use our J hook to make our triad stitch. Now the triad stitch is a multiple of 4 plus 2. So we are going to go ahead and chain 14, okay, because at the end you're going to have an odd number of stitches, okay? So we're going to go ahead and chain 14. I'm going to do my slip knot here, okay, and then let's do a chain of 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now I'm going to try and go really slow on this because you're going to need to see how you're going to use the 3 stitches, okay, to make your triad stitch, okay? So we have our chain of 14. So we are going to single crochet in the second chain from our hook because we're going to make single crochets. Okay, so once you have all your single crochets, you're going to end up with 13. Okay, again, you end up with a multiple, an odd number. Okay, so you're going to insert your hook into that second chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches. Again, go into the next chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2 stitches. And there you have your single crochets. So I'm going to go slow here just in case some of you are not familiar with it. Okay, so I'm going to do a couple, and then I'm just going to finish my chain. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish my row of single crochet. So again, you're going to end up with a row of single crochet, and it's going to be 13. So you're going to end in an odd number. Okay, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to the next row, and we are going to chain 4. Now that's going to count as a double crochet and a chain 1. Okay, so I'm going to chain 4. I'm going to turn my work. So that chain 4 counts as your first stitch here. Okay, so we have our chain 4, which is double crochet plus chain 1. Okay, so we're going to yarn over. We are going to insert our hook into the next stitch, the next single crochet. You're going to yarn over, pull through. Okay, so we're going to pull up our loops kind of high because we want that triad stitch to be nice and tall. Okay, so we're just going to yarn over, go into our next single crochet again, yarn over, pull through. So now you can see we have 5 loops on our hook. So we're going to yarn over, go into that next single crochet, yarn over, and pull through. Okay, so now you have 7 high loops on your hook. Okay, so next we're going to go ahead and close our triad stitch. So you're going to yarn over and pull through 6 loops only. So then you're going to end up with 2 chains or 2 stitches. You're going to yarn over and pull through those 2 stitches. Okay, then you're going to chain 1. And there you have your first triad stitch. And again, it's going over 3 stitches. Okay, so we're going to yarn over, but what we're going to do is we are going to go into that last stitch that we finished our triad stitch in. So you're going to go right in there. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook to that same space, yarn over and pull through up a high loop. Okay, so next we're going to yarn over again, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through up a high loop. Now you have 5 loops on your hook. So you're going to yarn over one more time, go into that next stitch, yarn over and pull through. Okay, so now you see we have 7 high loops on our hook. So again, we're going to draw through 6 loops only. And we're going to yarn over and pull through our last 2 loops. And then we're going to chain 1. Okay, and there you see we have our nice tall triangle triad stitches. Okay, so let's do a couple more here. So again, you're going to yarn over and you're going to go into that last space that you did your triad stitch. So you yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, pull through a high loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go into that next stitch, yarn over, pull through up a high loop. There you have 5 loops on your hook. So we're going to yarn over that last time and go into our next stitch. We're going to yarn over and pull through a high loop. And there we have 7 loops on our hook. We're going to yarn over and pull through 6 loops, which gives you 2. We're going to yarn over, pull through those last 2 loops, and then we're going to chain 1. Okay, so there you see your next triad stitch. Okay, so we are going to do 2 more. So yarn over, go into that same stitch, that last stitch you did your triad stitch in. So you yarn over, insert into that space, yarn over, pull through. You have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, go into that next stitch, yarn over, pull through. Again, you're going to have your high loops here. And then you're going to yarn over, go into that next stitch, yarn over, and pull through. Okay, so you have 7 here. we're going to yarn over and pull through 6 loops, and we're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and then we're going to chain 1, and there's your next. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do our last one here. Again, we're going to go into that last stitch we finished our triad stitch on. So yarn over, go into that stitch, yarn over, pull through a high loop. There you have 3 loops on your hook. Yarn over, go into that next stitch, yarn over, pull through a high loop. You got 5 loops. Yarn over and go to the next stitch. So yarn over and pull through a high loop. So again, you have 7 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 6 loops. You're going to yarn over and pull through the last 2 loops, and then chain 1. Okay, so here we have one more chain, or one more single crochet, and all we're going to do is double crochet in that stitch. Okay, so we're just going to double crochet right there. So there you see we have 5 triads on our gauge here on our swatch. Okay, so what we are going to do, we're going to yarn over, or actually we're going to chain 3. I'm sorry, we are going to chain 4. We want to do the same thing we did here at the beginning. So we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to yarn over and turn. And again, that counts as your first double crochet and a chain 1 space. Okay, so now this is going to be a little different. We are going to go into that chain 1 space, our last one that we did in the previous row. Okay, and then we're going to work over 3 stitches. Okay, so we're going to work over the chain 1. We're going to go into our triad stitch, and then we are going to go into the next chain 1 space. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that chain 1, yarn over, pull up a high loop, gives you 3 loops on your hook, yarn over, go into that triad stitch there. So yarn over, pull through. There you have your 5 loops. And then you're going to yarn over and you're going to go into that next chain 1 space. So yarn over, pull through. Okay, you want high loops there so you get a nice tall triad stitch. So again, we're just going to finish this like we did on the last row. We're going to yarn over, pull through 6 loops on our hook. We have 2 left. We're going to yarn over, pull through, and then we're just going to chain 1, exactly like we did our last row. Okay, so now this, we're going to yarn over, and again, we are going to go into that last stitch we used, which is going to be your chain 1 space here. Okay, and then again, you're going to go into the triad stitch, and then into the next chain 1. Again, so we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into that last stitch was a chain 1, yarn over, pull through, 3 high loops on your hook, and then yarn over, go into that triad stitch, yarn over and pull through, and then we're going to yarn over and go into that next chain 1 space. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through. There we have 7 high loops on our hook. We're going to finish that stitch. So we're going to yarn over, pull through 6 loops. We have 2 left. Yarn over, pull through, and chain 1. So again, we are going to go into that same chain 1 space that we ended in. the Triad stitch, and the next chain 1 space. Yarn over, insert your hook into that chain 1 space. Bring your loop up so you have 3 high loops. Yarn over, go into that Triad stitch. Yarn over, pull up a high loop. You have 5, and then you're going to yarn over and go into that next chain 1 space. Okay? So we're going to draw through 6 loops. We're going to yarn over, draw through the last 2, and then we're going to chain 1. So we're going to yarn over, go to that last chain 1 space we worked in. Yarn over, pull through, up a high loop. Next, we're going to go into the Triad stitch. Yarn over, pull through, and then we're going to go into that next chain 1 space. Yarn over, pull through. And we're going to finish our Triad stitch, which we yarn over, pull through 6 loops, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then chain 1. Okay, so here we're going to do our last Triad stitch. Now, if you remember, we did the chain 4 at the beginning of the row because you got a double crochet and a chain 1 space. So you're going to work in that last chain 1, the Triad, and then the chain 1 space. So you yarn over, go into that chain 1, yarn over, go into that Triad stitch, yarn over and go to that chain 1 space. Okay, so we're going to finish that. We're going to yarn over, draw through 6 loops, yarn over and draw through 6 loops, and then chain 1. Okay, so now we're going to finish our double crochet, which is going to be in the top of your chain 3 space, and then that counts as a double crochet right here. So we're going to insert our hook into that chain 3 space, yarn over and pull through, and then we are going to finish our double crochet. Okay, so you can keep building and building, repeating that round 3, and then you're just going to keep building your rows, no matter what you do. You know, that will be a repeat of your row 3. So if you need to, you can watch this video over again. If you have any questions, comments about this video, please put them in the comment section. Be sure to subscribe to my new YouTube channel. You can see my other video tutorials, my left-handed video tutorials. I hope to see you next time. Thank you for watching.